Welcome back to Wrestling World. Today we'll be diving into the Goldberg situation, and we'll also be taking a look at why John Cena wasn't allowed to join Evolution. Before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button and leave a like below. So let's get into the new WrestleMania update that's probably not going to have a lot of fans happy. The dream match so far has always been Roman Reigns vs. The Rock for this upcoming WrestleMania. That match would easily main event WrestleMania, and nothing could even come close to challenging that match for the main event spot. Everyone has been talking about this match because that's how big the rumor has gotten. It's gotten so big that people feel like this WrestleMania match is locked in and bound to happen. We mentioned before how WWE doesn't even have to try that hard. The storyline is already there in place and basically setting itself up. Roman Reigns has become obsessed with being the head of the table and swears there's no one bigger than him in their entire family. He runs it. Everything has to go through him in their family. That's when The Rock could return to let Roman Reigns know that he's definitely not the head of the table, and that position still belongs to him. We know this will anger Roman so much. There's nothing he hates more than his own family members threatening him to be the head of the table. So these comments by The Rock will make Roman focus all of his attention and now force someone like The Rock to fall in line with the rest of the family. It is the absolute perfect story, and it's already there for WWE. They don't even have to do too much. The story is basically writing itself at this point. However, the only issue is that the match isn't locked in yet, and has a better chance of not happening than actually happening. Jim Ross perfectly explained why The Rock can't do the match and had this to say: "I know people are coveting a Rock vs. Roman Reigns match somewhere down the road. I don't know if it will ever happen. You know, there's a chance. It's all up to The Rock. It isn't up to anybody else. It's up to him. His schedule is so crazy. He can't afford to get hurt. He's gonna lose millions of dollars if he can't work. Not that he's gonna go broke, but nonetheless, he's special." So this is a great point by Jim Ross, and it basically is the biggest obstacle in our way of seeing this match. The Rock has zero free time in his schedule. This is something that everyone knows. He continues to be a top actor in Hollywood, and the roles for him continue to stack up. He can't risk an injury with all these prior commitments. It's even written in the contracts sometimes that he can't put himself in any physical or dangerous activities. A full-blown WrestleMania match does count as a dangerous activity. Sure, you may say it's fake. He's wrestling his own cousin. He won't get hurt. But that's not the case. Freak injuries do happen. Non-contact injuries happen. The Rock isn't immune to any of that. So stepping into that ring is a big risk for him. And if he does get hurt in that match, he's going to lose several roles and several millions of dollars, since he can't act during that recovery time. That's the biggest risk here for him. But like Jim Ross said, it's The Rock's decision to make. If he feels like the risk is worth it for the match, then of course, there's no stopping him, and we'll get the match. It's also being reported that The Rock has a special requirement before even entertaining this match, and that's the fact that fans must be present. It seems like he will only entertain the idea of this match if fans will be allowed in the arena. No fans equals no Rock, pretty much. Reports claim that The Rock and Vince McMahon are keeping close contact just in case something opens up in his schedule. But as of this current moment, the match is looking like it won't take place. But Roman Reigns is still going to be at WrestleMania, so who will he face? Well, it seems like Goldberg is still a possibility. Roman Reigns vs. Goldberg wasn't a dream match for many WWE fans, but it did seem to be a dream match for WWE executives. They were robbed of their dream match, so could they turn around and build up to that match actually taking place at this year's WrestleMania? Apparently so. Goldberg was recently a guest on WWE's The Bump and put the challenge out there to Roman Reigns and had this to say: "Oh, I would say that is one of the most mild understatements that I've ever heard. He backed out on me at WrestleMania. He stole my move. God knows how long ago, and he continues to perform it at subpar levels. Let's be perfectly honest, I'm the dude who delivers the spear, and I don't think that he understands what it's like until I deliver one to him. So Roman, it's coming, and I'm coming for you. I may be old, I may be gray, but I'm still Goldberg. So, some controversial comments there by Goldberg, but a match between these two is more realistic than the Rock match. Remember that Goldberg's contract has him tied down to at least 2 matches a year, so there's a very good chance that we will see Goldberg return in early 2021 for his yearly 2 matches. Could WWE save him for Roman Reigns at WrestleMania? Sure, but I think a majority of fans don't want to see that match in the main event. Now, if you want to bring Goldberg back for a random episode of SmackDown and have Roman Reigns destroy him on a match on free television, I don't think anyone would mind that. That's a pretty decent SmackDown main event. But WrestleMania main event? I don't know about that one. We know what we're going to get from every Goldberg match from this point on. It'll be a 3 to 5 minute match where he'll either dominate with several spears and jackhammers, or a match where he gets dominated himself. Sure, the match looks big on paper, Goldberg vs. Roman Reigns, but this match isn't worthy of a WrestleMania main event spot. Like we said before, if you want to book it for SmackDown or the pay-per-view before WrestleMania, then by all means, go ahead and make it a quick story. But making this match for WrestleMania is a waste for Roman Reigns' character. Someone like Drew McIntyre or Bray Wyatt is a much better WrestleMania possibility for Roman Reigns instead of Goldberg. WWE even tweeted out an article on their official Twitter account saying that Roman Reigns was next and hyping the match up. I know this is WWE's biggest dream match for themselves, but I hope they really don't go through with this WrestleMania main event. What do you think? Is Roman Reigns vs. Goldberg actually worth the WrestleMania main event? The early 2000s was a great time for WWE because they knew they had 3 breakout stars on their hands. These 3 superstars were John Cena, Randy Orton, and Batista. They knew that all 3 would be the next biggest attractions for WWE. But there was a strategy behind how WWE treated them. Arn Anderson had this to say about the 3 of them. So Cena was going to be split off by himself, and I think the company saw an opportunity to take Dave and Randy, who needed to have more seasoned talent guiding them, which would be Hunter and Rick. And they saw an opportunity because those guys looked like $1 trillion together when they came through that curtain, all 4 of them. Dressed to the nines, it was just a good combination of old and new. And you had a good chance to get a couple of new guys over really quickly. I thought that concept worked. I thought those guys worked really well together, and it worked. So that seemed to be the reason why WWE didn't go ahead and place John Cena into the faction. They thought Cena would be able to stand on his own and didn't need much guidance, so they kept him out. On the other hand, WWE figured that Orton and Batista would really benefit from the guidance of long-term veterans, and that's why they were paired with Triple H and Ric Flair, and WWE struck gold and was right on both decisions. John Cena was completely capable of standing on his own. We saw the success that he had. Then we saw the success of Evolution and the success that Orton and Batista went on to have by themselves. So WWE's plans went perfectly executed, and everything went according to plan. As far as where the big 3 is at right now, Batista is retired, John Cena is pretty much semi-retired, and Randy Orton is still going strong as one of the only full-time superstars left from that era. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments, don't forget to subscribe, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.